It's good morning. Happy Monday morning, everyone. Looks like a lot of trading has already taken place today. Let's go ahead and share our screens here and just go ahead and start diving into the charts and see what we got going on for this week. At the end of last week, we had quite a bit of dropping happening in the overall market, and and let's see how the market's doing today. All right, so let's pull this out a little bit. Take a look over the last 5 days on the 5 minute chart. So this was what, Friday? Yeah. Okay. So Friday we had this run up to 3,800 and just ripped all the way down. So like at the open we had this huge wick and then ripped all the way up to 3,800 bucks and then pulled all the way back to almost 3,700 just to bounce yet again and end up at these 3,800 levels. So really keep seeing these V-shaped patterns pull in where it like rips down and then bounces back and then bounces up off of that. And you can see even a smaller version of it right here, and that's something that we just continue to keep seeing. Take a look at the overall trend on the 5 minute chart. You can see we're running into resistance right there at 37.99. So it's all the resistance at 3,800. Um, and in fact, I'm actually gonna move this down to be at 3,800. Even though you can see that we come up and we hit this 38.05 or 38.03 pretty often. We'll put a smaller price level there. Um, and right now we are on a pullback from 5, pulling back to the volume weighted average price. What we'd like to see is we would like to see it bounce off of VWAP and then come up and then test this area here of 37.90 and really for another push towards the test of 3,800. You can see on the 5 minute chart on the TTM, we've basically been pulling back since the open. Here's the open here at the market. Pulled back, bounced off the 200 moving average, worked up to 3,800. Pulled back yet again towards the 200 moving average, and right now at VWAP. Um, as far as the TTM goes on the 5, uh, we're at, where are we? 0.17. So we switch over red here, 0.17 to 0.64. Not very much momentum to the downside at all, and starting to come back some. So on the 5, looks like we may have opportunity to bounce at the volume average price. Taking a look at the 3, um, this was a pretty decent move right here. On the 3, we're getting a cyan. We're in between cyan and dark blue. And if we go in on our indicators here, running into resistance at the 50 moving average and support at the volume average price. Um, Currently, the 200 is below the 50 moving average, so that does bode in terms of the bullish side of things. However, the 9 is below the 12, and I think this actually has more. Is a lot more indicative of short-term movement to the downside. So the 9 is below the 12, and all of that is below the 26. So unless we start getting closer to 26-12 crossover, we may continue to pull back just a little bit. Um, I don't know how substantial it'll be, but right now it's looking like it's pretty substantial off the VWAP. And that is on the 3 minute chart, and that is quite the drop there off of VWAP. Drop of about $4. Switching over to the 1 minute, see what we got going on here. Now on the 1 minute, we are seeing that TTM is kind of stacking. Let's see how well it's stacking. Yellow 8.9 to 8.3, 7.4 to 5.9. That one looked good. To 4.9, that one looked good. And then now our current one, 2.45. So from 5.9 to 4.9 to 4.4, that's looking less good, but still momentum towards the upward side. However, I should say TTM momentum, not candle momentum. And on the 1 minute as well, you can see 9 is below 12 and it's below 26. So I'd want to see the 9 get back above the 12 EMA to really start to see the trade move back to the upside and test that 3800 level. From 4.9 to 4.2 to 3.6 though. So it's definitely looking reasonable for moves to the upside. Gonna take a long here as a test. I don't know if I should. Definitely shouldn't have. Wow, what a fast drop. 4.2 to 3.9. You know, my intuition said to be more bearish, especially because of the indicators, but also I went long really in part because this candle ended up having some momentum towards the upside. That was why I went long. So 4.9 to 4.2, that's a 0.7 increase to 3.8. 4.2 to 3.8, so that's only a 0.4. This one though is increasing at 0.8. Our entry is at 3800 or 3783 exactly, and that's what we're running into right now. And VWAP is at 83.75, so only a few ticks up. We are getting that move upward though. 3.8 to 2.6 looks pretty strong. We may end up getting this trade anyway, which we did. So that's $500 on our first trade, and I've not checked in with you guys yet. So, but decent little feeler trade. It's looking like we're gonna get a trend reversal towards the upside. Just want to check in. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Good to see you. Yeah, we had a good weekend. We just kind of chilled and got work done, really. And I kind of just feel like that's my whole life. Just chill and get work done. 3.8 to 2.4 to 1.1. This is looking good, I think, for another long. But I want to switch it over to 12 ticks. Join the bid here and jump over to my evaluation and hold that up. 14 seconds left on that. I want to see a push through the VWAP. Nine is getting close to being above 12. You can see like 9, 12 are like right on top of each other. I think this looks pretty decent for a potential breakout here. If we could stay above the VWAP. Moves from 2.4 to 1.2 to 0.3-ish. It's a lot more of a pullback than I was hoping to see there. Doesn't mean that this trade won't work out, but definitely is working out on a breakout only type spectrum. And pulled back very heavily off of this. 1.1 to 0.5. There's time is left in this candle. Another 15 seconds or so. Six seconds. I still haven't cut this trade yet, just because it does have potential, but it does need to, pretty much needs to rip on this candle here. That 9 also needs to get above that 12. New fresh cyan, but on low movement. From 0.4 to 0.4. So a movement of what, 0.8 on the other side. It's looking like it wants to break out, it really is. Entries at 85.25. So 0.4 to 0.3. again with the pullbacks. Having a hard time at 85. Movement. Seems to be not really going anywhere. Makes sense. Yeah, it does. Breakout, but which direction? Yeah, good question. It looks like it's going to be an upward direction breakout over the. Oh my gosh. Val. Damn it. I wanted to take off of 85 up. It did go from 85 to 87. It does look like it's going to break to the upside. 9's above 12. 9's above 12. Just got a 1226 crossover. Oh, dude, this is like not switching between windows the way I need it to. Join the bid there off
Order filled.
86.50. Looking to get out 88.50.
Order filled.
Got that. Very nice trade. Made $478.20 in the evaluation today. Hell yeah. That puts us up $762.86 on the eval. Watch out for resistance here at this 200 moving average, which is right around 37.90. Whew, nice trade. Up 12.50 in the sim on the day. Again, watch out for resistance at that 200 moving average on the 1 minute chart. But you can see we're starting to get that TTM momentum. Really grateful that I got that trade and that I was patient on the evaluation. That was really hard. So very, very happy for the way that worked out. Now jump into the 3 minute chart to assess our next move. So move from 1.4 to 1.6 on cyan, but you can see now cooling a little bit on the TTM on the 3 minute chart. 9 just got above the 12 on the 3, so that's looking good. I would expect some pullbacks here. That's a pretty hefty one. Pulling back off the 50 moving average, which is such a very strong area of support and resistance. One thing I don't like that the 200 moving average is coming up closer to crossing over potentially over the 50. That would indicate a very bearish move to the downside, and you can see that rejected the 50 pretty heavily right here. And this is looking at it from a 3 minute chart. It's one of the reasons why we use this is because we can judge momentum and direction. So it helps us judge trend on the 3 minute chart. So that's why I use that. Hey, thank you so much, Tiny. I appreciate that. Any snow for my side of the country? Not quite yet. Getting pounded on the east side. Heavy, wet snow, huh? No snow yet, but it's supposed to get down to freezing this week. Whoa, huge drop. Look at that. Yeah, it's supposed to get down to freezing this week. I gotta bring my avocado tree in. I think it might die. I should have already brought it in, but I need to spray for bugs. I don't spray pesticides. I spray essential oils and stuff. I don't believe in pesticides, yeah, bring my avocado tree in. I hope it's not dead. I hope it didn't get frosted already and not happy. Movement on the 5 on TTM went from 21 to 20. to 19, or sorry, it wasn't 20, it's 2.1 to 2.0 to 1.9 to 1.7. It's, as far as the color wise is concerned, is moving in the right direction. However, it's not moving in the right direction very quickly, and it's not moving there at very much momentum. Um, when I say momentum, I'm talking about the difference between, like, this was -8.4, or yeah, -8.347 to -3. So it's a move of almost half a point. And so we're seeing moves of like not even quite half a point. And this is looking decent here on the 5 for a potential bounce off the view app. On the 5, I really want to see the 1226 crossover. That's such a strong move when that happens in anything. Stocks, crypto, doesn't matter. Okay, getting a little bit of a breakout. Watch out for resistance again at the 200 moving average. So, turn the bid there. Wish I got in a little lower on the bid. I'm going to put my sell order lower. Put my sell order at 90. We're on at 87. Alright, there we go. We got that order, that trade there. So up 16.25 in the sim today. Nice pop up towards the 200 SMA. I love using that zone. Breaking out above it. Great trades today. Let me know if you guys have. I was thinking about this last night, and I was wondering, like, I wonder if you guys would be interested in individual videos about why I use each indicator. So I was thinking about, like, why I use the 50 EMA, and then just like that. It's just that one video. Probably be like 2-3 minute long videos, I would imagine. Trying to figure out what I can do with my limited time. I do have like very limited time. To be able to grow this YouTube channel at the moment. Hopefully I end up having more time in the future, but as it stands, I've just been kind of working like here and there when I can. 3.3 to 3.9, moving to 0.6 toward the upside. Heavy resistance, 200 moving average. But if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know, because I think I can make those videos pretty quickly and easily with very little editing, which would allow me to be able to help you guys with a little bit more information and education here and there. But yeah, 3.7 to 4.2, getting a reasonable move to the upside. I wish I would have taken a move off that 200 moving average. But we still got, you notice we've pretty much had red dots this whole way. And I think once we switch this over to a green dot, we'll start pushing back up for a test of 3800. I'm going to look for an entry off of 90, see if it'll even pull back that far. I don't think it will. Maybe off of 91. Time left in this candle is 5 seconds. Turn the bid here. Got the entry at 90 3/4, and look for a move up towards 93, 94. Really, I'm looking for a test of like 95. Movement 4.2 to 4.8 on the CTM. Cutting it there, taking that profit. Made 312.50 after it didn't fill my order immediately. Pretty decent though. Up 2,000 on the day in the sim. This next candle has 20 seconds. This current candle, I mean. 20 seconds available. You can see this upwick here indicating some selling pressure. That upwick is kind of larger than these other upwicks here. So we got some of that selling pressure. I would expect this to come down to around the 200 moving average, bounce off of that, and then test from there. So pretty close to ending at the 200 moving average. It came down, almost kissed it. So I'm looking for this one now to do that, which it did. Movement 4.2 to 4.5 to 4.7. So not heavy momentum towards the upside, and still with red dots. So as far as the bounce stuff that's 200, that may be a viable strategy. But without the TTM momentum behind it, it's a little bit sketch. Now I will say this: there's this U-shaped pattern here that you're seeing where it held support of the VWAP, and now it's pulling back. So what I'd actually, on the 3-minute chart, what I'd be looking for is a pullback to around possibly the 50 if it does pull back that far, and then a rip off of that. But we're getting sort of a cup and handle uh, pattern right here. So here's the cup. Right now we're forming the handle, and then we'd be looking for a bounce maybe off this area here. If it does pull back, maybe like 37.90 area, and then off of that. Slightly below 90, I would say safe zone down to about the 50 EMA, which is right around 88, like 37.88. So we get an entrance at 89. Okay, so we did. We're gonna enter at 89. We're looking to exit at 92, which would be not even a full-on breakout above this. But I do think that this is going to break out. Our next 3-minute candle is at 57, which is right now. So I'm looking for a bounce up to 92. There's that little mini flag right there. Jumping over to the eval. I did get the trade on the sim side. You see it there that it filled 27.50. So I got a nice movement off that. This was very good. This was like a really nice, just sort of textbook trade. So that's looking good. Switching over to the 1-minute chart, and you can see we actually get a green dot finally. And this was where I was saying that we might get that test of the 3800 level, was once this got a green dot. So 4.8, really it's like 4.9, pulled back to 4.6, and now moving at 5.0. So that's looking nice. It was a really nice trade off that 200 moving average bounce. We use the 3-minute chart in order to be able to determine that momentum. And this is why I put my exit at 92. I put it below this selling pressure here because this is where we ran into basically high selling pressure was at 92.5. So I put mine at 92, slightly below, to try and just focus on taking the profits first, as opposed to going for those huge swings. I'm cool with base hits. I'm happy with base hits. Especially because base hits are like $500 a pop. So, and that's pretty nice. How's everyone else doing out there? You guys red? You green? What's the situation? And by the way, guys, we've been streaming now for about a half an hour. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We haven't taken a losing trade today. Up 27.50 in the sim and up 500 in the evaluation today. I'm sorry to hear that, Tiny. But yeah, guys, if you guys are also hanging out, you're chilling, and maybe you're looking to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you guys check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. This is where we're going in order to earn our funding. And personally, if you guys take a look at these evaluations here, you'll find, if you've done any research on prop firms before, that these evaluations are incredibly competitive. They offer a wide range, as low as 10K, that you can earn funding up to 10K. You can also earn funding all the way up to 300,000. So it starts at 10K. You can earn up to 300,000 in funding. Apologies for my stutters. Personally, I'm doing the 50K evaluation. I'm also doing the 100K static evaluation. This guy down here, but this 50K evaluation, I urge you to take a look at it and compare it to the other what you get out there at other prop firms. Um, it does allow you to take 8 contracts versus the usual 5. And if you use the link in my description, you'll actually get a lifetime discount off of this as well, which I believe right now might be around 25%, but it's just whatever the best discount is at this time. It does give you a max drawdown of $2,000, which means you can lose up to $2,000 and still maintain your account in good standing. But you do have a profit target of 3,000. Once you hit 3,000 and you've traded for a minimum of 5 days, and there's no maximum, but a minimum of 5 days, then you get that. You're in that funding, and then you can start trading in a live account. But they do have other types of evaluations as well. So they got these one-step evaluations, which I like because I don't need to go through like a second evaluate. I don't need to evaluate once, then evaluate again, like a lot of other prop firms make you do. They also have these fast tracks evaluations, which you can see are like a more inexpensive way to earn like a 100K or a 25K evaluation. And once you earn that funding, you actually get 1 month of free of the plan for free. But the 100K evaluation you can see is $75 instead of $205. Difference being is that with this you have a maximum of 14 calendar days. So fast tracks are pretty nice. A lot of people take advantage of them. Then there's the end of the day drawdown evaluations, which you'll find at most prop firms. So it's more the traditional style. But green so far, doing pretty good. Yeah, we are too. Glad you're green, Tiny. Green is good. Let's jump back over to the charts and see what happened. So we got another bounce off the 200 there, and pull back yet again. You can see this double top right here. Mark it for you, right there. So happen right at this spot. Oops. Happen right there, and happen right here. So you can see there's our little double top, and we're getting a little bit of push down from that double top. TTM when it went cold went from to 5.0 to 4.4 to 4.2 to 4.1. So not huge momentum to the downside either. It's kind of sideways, but bouncing off the 9 EMA, and I think a lot of people are going to be taking moves off the 9. Nice little bounce there. Even got into cyan territory for a second. Just running back and forth between blue and cyan. Let's check this against the 3-minute chart so that we see what kind of momentum we're actually getting here. Let's take a look at the TTM. Went from 1.4 blue to 1.4 blue to 1.9 cyan to 2.1 cyan. So we are still stacking slightly. Not very momentous in terms of movement, but something. Going back here in the chart just to see if there was an area that we had more momentum. Yeah, 0.8 to 2.1. Three-minute chart is a little bit more obvious. You can see this flag forming here, and the movement looks really good on the TTM. So I think that this is actually going to break out over this. Looking for an entry here, and looking for a move up towards 95. I got my seller at 96.25 though, so I'm actually going to drop this down to 95. I think that we're going to break above this double top though. I think there's high probability that we will. I don't know that we will, but I think there's a good probable chance. Got a doji at the top of this. I don't like that doji at the top, and yeah, I'm gonna cut it. Putting it just one tick up, just because we're dojing in and out. got out there with a really tiny profit. Um, Not the breakout we were looking for, although we did just get a green dot cyan. Um, and 4.2 to 4.3. Time left, 40 seconds. Yeah, not the breakout we were looking for. I was looking for more momentum on that one, but the green dot does help. But you can see we went from green dots to red and then back to green. So I don't know how much validity that's providing. Running to resistance there at around 95. Let's check this on the 5-minute chart and just see how things are scaling out. 5-minute chart, you can see the ABCD pattern here. If it does make a move, 3,800 is definitely going to be a very strong line in the sand, and I'd be looking to get out before that. Cyan move here went from 1.3 to 2.9 to 4.5, so it's looking strong in terms of the TTM on the cyan moves. In the back here, we were going 3.2 to 4.2 to 5.2, and then this leveled off and then cooled off. So over here, we're going 1.3 to 2.9, so 1.6 move to 4.6, 2.9, so that's 1.7. That's pretty strong upward moves. Next 5-minute candle is at 8:10, which is about 4 minutes out, so that's a ways off. Closer to 3 minutes. Still a ways off. Breaking out above this. I think this is like a nice 5-minute breakout here. You've got the 9 above the 12. You did just get a 1226 crossover back here, and the 9 is creeping up above the 50. If the 35 gets above the 50, I think that we'll see a lot of movement towards the upside and potentially even break the 3,800 wall. On 3-minute chart, 9 above 12, all of that above 50, 35 still below 50. So currently we're not taking a trade. We're looking for some more resolution towards this upside. I'm not interested in it yet. It could easily just crash down on us. So right now I'm not taking any trade. But I do like that the 9 is above the 12. All of that's above the 50. 35 has yet to cross above the 50, but when it does, I think we'll see another move towards the upside if it does. I also don't like that the 50 is moving up so closely to the 200 moving average. So if this 50 crosses above this 200, or this 200 crosses above this 50, then we'll likely get a huge push to the downside. Major rejection there. This may end up having shorts fill, but you can see that we were up here. We rejected this like 37.95 zone. It pretty much tapped 95 and pulled back all the way down to 85. So that kind of move towards the downside like that, that's when you want to like be skeptical and look at that from the perspective of saying like, hey, well, I'm going to take a little bit of a step back, and I'm just going to, hang out there and see what happens with the charts. Taking a look at our overall trades on the day, we're up $2,812.50 off of 6 trades in the sim. 2812.50 divided by 6 means we earned an average of $468.75 per trade. And let's factor in our fees. 30 times 4.36 equals $130.80 in fees. So let's do our 2812.50. So our actual profit is 2681.70. And let's divide that by 6 so that we can get our real true profit per trade. $446.95 on average per trade today. Really great day. Very happy with the results. Up almost 500 in the evaluation as well. $478.20. As far as the evaluation goes, we're up $762.86 out of our 3,000 goal. So 762.86 divided by 3,000. So we're 25% of the way to earning that funding. I'm probably going to go ahead and shut it down there early today. a little bit, just because I want to walk away with profits. I want to be able to walk away green today, and we haven't taken any losses today. I like that move. I like that momentum that we were able to capitalize on throughout the stream, but I think that it's going to reverse a little bit. So, having said all that, guys, I'm going to take the money and run today, and I want to thank you guys, all you optimists, for showing up today. Before you go, though, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Yeah, Tiny, I'm trying to get good at, like, honestly leaving with profit, because a lot of times what happens is I'll trade my way, like, heavily into profit, and then I'll trade my way right out of it. And sometimes I sit here and I overtrade because I'm like, oh, the stream's too short, or whatever the case is, and I'm like, I think it's more valuable for both me and you guys for me to be able to walk away with profit. For me to be able to know when to walk away, and when to kind of like take a step back. And with this major pullback that just happened off that 37.95, I think it might be better for me to take the money today and, you know live to trade another day, especially because we made almost 3K. So that's nice. But yeah, guys, please like, please subscribe, please ring the bell for notifications. It does very much help our channel a lot, in this community as a whole. The community, guys, being the Optimistic Futures community, we also have a Discord group. So if you guys are here and you're hanging out and you're not in our Discord group, you're definitely going to want to join that. We do have a couple of very active members, Tiny being one of them, and yeah, guys, we talk about everything from futures to crypto to stocks to investments to entrepreneurship, to the psychology of money, and just a wide variety of things. That's what that culture is about. We all just keep it optimistic, and we'd love to have you guys there. So, guys, check out all the links in the description. If you're trying to earn funding, Elite Trader Funding is the one for you. Potentially, if you guys take your time, do some research, and decide that that's the one for you, then I would appreciate it if you use the link in my description and promo code JSBEST. For anyone who's just showing up here, we're actually looking to shut it down. Market's starting to take a turn for the worse, and we're in profit, almost 3K in the sim, and almost 500 in the evaluation. Looks like this could bounce off here with this 200 moving average. But try to do myself a favor and walk away when things are looking good. So, all right, guys, peace out for now. Love and appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow, Optimus, at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time, and we'll see you there. Maybe we'll have a longer stream tomorrow, maybe not. But today's short because you know what, we're already well into profit, and market's turning around. So, thanks again, guys. We'll see you in the Discord group. Love and appreciate you. Peace.